Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review for a book I just finished like half an hour ago, and that's Emergency Contact by Mary Cho. This book, I wanted to just keep talking about it because I finished it and I really liked it, which is why I decided to do a review for it. So going into this, I'll just say right off the bat, I give it around like a 4 to a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And a brief little synopsis for this story. I don't know if it's young adult because I went into it thinking this was going to be a young adult contemporary, but it reads more like a new adult, and the characters are set in college, which is usually meaning it's going to be new adult. And some of the things talked about in this book did seem a little more mature for like a young adult book. So if you know the answer to that question, if it's young adult or new adult, please let me know because I have no idea. But honestly, I was really happy that it was a bit of an older contemporary story because I haven't been feeling as much in the mood for young adult contemporaries. I don't connect with them as much anymore. And so I was pleasantly surprised with the age group in this story because I went into this knowing nothing about it. This is the story of Sam and Penny. Now, Sam, he's in like this college setting, but he's going to a community college for a film school, and he has a lot going on in his life. And then there's Penny, and she is just starting at college. She's a very, very interesting, quirky, anxiety-ridden girl, and she made a great character to follow around in this story. So she's dealing with a lot of issues with not really being able to make friends so easily, with having a strange relationship with her mother, who is basically a child, and trying to figure out what her role in college is going to be. And she's working on a fiction story for this one class because fiction writing and science fiction writing, that's kind of her thing. So that's Penny, and together Sam and Penny form this unlikely friendship through texting, and that's like where the title of the story kind of comes in, Emergency Contact. They kind of are each other's emergency contact, and honestly their text messages back and forth were some of my favorite parts of this whole book. It was really quick, they had such good banter, and it was just so random and funny. I mean, I was reading this book while Nathan was reading one of his books, and I was just laughing so much. It definitely kept me entertained from start to finish. I mean, I read the first half of this book in one sitting, and it's all I wanted to do was just finish it, but it was a work night and it was already too late, so I couldn't finish it all in one night. But this is definitely a book I could have easily read like in one day, in one sitting, even though it is a bit longer. It's about 400 pages. There wasn't any really slow part in it. Of course, there are slower parts, but it wasn't like anything came to just like a dead stop and you were bored with the story. Also, one thing I really liked about Sam's character was that he bakes, and I just thought it was so cute and so perfect, and I just loved reading about a guy who bakes, who also likes film. It just shows like people aren't one thing. And I like how this book showed how characters can be about more than just one thing, which we see a lot of the times, I feel like, in especially contemporary books. Like, this character has one thing and that's their thing, but people aren't like that. People like tons of different things, and I like how this book explored that there are different sides to people and it's not all just one thing. Now, I do have to say, for this story, it is 100% character driven. At least that's what I found. I didn't find the plot to be anything really gripping or anything really substantial. This is really all about character growth and relationships. It's really more about that than about a plot. So if you need like a really intense plot to keep you going, this may not be for you, but also contemporary fiction may not be for you. But if you love character-driven stories and you just really like to feel all cutesy and laugh a lot, then highly would recommend Emergency Contact. Also, I really appreciated how this book dealt with some hard topics, a lot of family drama. Sam, he comes from a very poor background with a mother who's kind of manipulative and very naive about things. His mother is also an alcoholic, which has affected Sam because he used to drink a lot. I don't want to spoil anything in this story, but then there are some like deeper issues that happen in Penny's past too that we learn about, and I really think all of it was handled really well. So it really just wasn't this like blase story about two people who meet and fall in love. It was a lot deeper than that, and if you read it, you'll know what I mean. I'm gonna be keeping this review short and spoiler free, so I will be ending this video here, but if you have read this book, I would really love to know what you thought about it. And also, I'm really curious about what else this author has written, so if you've read anything else by her, let me know if it's good. I think I'm getting into a contemporary mood, which makes sense because it's summer, but I didn't think I was going to get into one. So now I want to read contemporary books, and I guess anything else she's written. Any of those recommendations would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching and happy reading.